You own it responsibly is ours.
You are listening to Get Down to Business. Great show so far. We spoke with Andy Nathan about blogging and social media. We spoke with Alderman Jason Irvin about the exciting developments in the city of Chicago. And now, joined by my very good friend, the president and founder of Speed Networking Solutions, Michael Slater. Mike, this is a returning visit to Get Down to Business. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Shalom. Thank you very much.
So, events are something that both you and I are very passionate about, bringing people together in business, bring people together around jobs, and that's what Speed Networking Solutions is all about. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment, but how do you think our listeners that might be in the insurance industry, how do they find good events that would be meaningful and beneficial to them?
Sure. Great question, and for all disclosure, my history is I started out in the insurance industry. So I've been there, and I understand the challenges that they face. So I'm going to share with you a couple things that I did. In terms of associations, it depends on if they have a specific target. If they are selling insurance, but they want to reach out to accounting professionals because they want to tap into their client base, start getting involved in associations that target to accountants, Illinois CPA Society. There's also smaller groups of CPAs, etc., and get involved with them. Or if they want to target attorneys because of estate planning, you got to pay your dues. You got to get involved. You have to get to know the key spheres of influence would be the event facilitator or the association president or membership of things of that nature.
So, Michael, getting involved means that you come in with a stack of business cards, you come into the event and you say, who's going to buy my services, right? That's how you get involved.
Absolutely. You'll be the most popular person in the room if you do that.
Oh, no. Michael, you and I both know that it's all about paying it forward.
Quite the contrary. Exactly. You have to get involved. And Shalom, you know it better than anybody else out there. You have to get involved. You have to be a resource to others. You have to show your knowledge and share your knowledge with people openly. So therefore, you build the trust and you build your reputation as a trusted source. So therefore, whatever group you're in, they start to refer people to you.
And so you talk about getting involved and in all seriousness now, developing a reputation. How do you become the guy that people come to and not just another participant at that CPA Society event or any other event that you might be going to? How do you go from being a participant to becoming the guy, the leader in the field?
Mm-hmm. Sure. The one thing that I've always done, and I've always advocated to individuals, is number one, if you're brand new, and introduce yourself to who is ever hosting that event, and they obviously will work with the association, and let them know your objectives. Furthermore, tell them you want to get involved. Get on a committee. Then what happens usually is they'll let you do a presentation to the group, and this is how you begin to build your reputation and build the trust amongst the others. Is it going to happen overnight? It is not. It takes dedication, and it's going to take some time. But the more you get involved, the more you show up, the more you truly show that you want to be a part of it, it'll start happening, and people will start referring to you as the person to go to in the room.
I agree with every word you're saying. Michael Slater from Speed Networking Solutions. You know a thing or two about events and about business because you are the facilitator, the coordinator, the brains behind the algorithm that brings so many people together. I know our listeners have heard from you in the past, but what does Speed Networking Solutions do?
So in short, what we do is we are two-part. One, we're event planners, and we understand that our events are always about business and connections. And number two, technology, leveraging today's technology and build an algorithm that allows all the different clients that we have, whether they be chambers, associations, alumni groups, business networking groups, to customize the type of business matchmaking they want to do. And the end result is a face-to-face networking event in which each individual has a personalized roadmap of meetings, and someone like myself would facilitate, and basically, as corny as it sounds, would say rotate to your next round so you'll meet the next person, so there's structure. And therefore, if we schedule 10 rounds, each individual is going to meet 10 targeted connections based on their interests.
And I'm doing it in Anaheim on Tuesday. We've got a great event coming up. But let's use an example. Last week in New York City, the New York City Bar Association. Tell us about the role that Speed Networking Solutions, speednetworking.com, played in that successful networking event.
Sure, absolutely. And that was a real fun one. This is their third year with the New York City Bar Association. Essentially what the challenge was is they had the same event, cocktail reception, everybody into a room, and only certain people talk to certain people, etc. So the challenge was, how do we better connect people? So what we helped them do is identify what are the different types of disciplines within the legal field would be attending. So, for example, there's attorneys that represent estate planning, IT, healthcare, human resources, government, etc. And each one of them wanted to meet certain types of people. So therefore, they went through our wizard, very brief wizard, and said, I'm an expert in X, Y, and Z. And then on the flip side, they said, I'm interested in meeting people who are experts in X, Y, and Z. And the end result was coming together. They received the roadmap of their 10 meetings in which it said, Michael Slater is an expert in this, Shalom's an expert in that, and you two were very interested in meeting one another.
A well-facilitated, well-coordinated program with people that are very, very happy campers, people that are going to meet like-minded people that will be beneficial in business. So, Michael Slater, we're running out of time. How can people get a hold of Speed Networking Solutions to find out about solutions for their events?
Real simple. As the pioneers in the industry, our website is simply www.speednetworking.com. You can also feel free to contact me at area code 312-656-4926 or email just my last name, Slater, S-L-A-T as in Tom, E-R, at speednetworking.com.
That website, once again, is speednetworking.com. Check it out. After the break, I'm going to be sharing tips on business writing. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Get Down to Business.
I'm Pete.